I got a hot stock that's in play right now, and it looks to be where Apple could be interested in taking this company over. We saw a 1,000% increase in calls bought. My name is Joshua Belanger, and this is another episode of Follow the Money. Today we're going to talk about Sonos. Sonos was the name that we saw hit our monitor and hit with a lot of activity. It hasn't been a name in play. They make speakers, and recently it sold off. Well, we saw this dip lower here because Apple pulled it off the marketplace. In terms of their launch of products coming up in this cycle, they pulled off Sonos and a couple other brands, and that what's sold shares off, but have rebounded. Today we see a big spike. That spike was because of some speculation. We'll take a look at that in the option market. But I want to take a look at the left of the chart here, and we see these big spikes here. And some of these big spikes, especially on the 22nd, we see here, this is when some speculation hit about Apple being interested in acquiring and making the next acquisition in Sonos. This is a wild card name. These are the type of names that you keep an eye out for and are always in play as a takeover. And Apple has been curious and sniffing around here. And one of the things that's interesting is that they pulled it off. And I wonder if that was a pull the rug underneath the prices to then get a better price to then make an offer. Almost the same thing we saw with Fidelity lowering commissions and then buying TD. So let's take a look here at the option market here. And this is where the options are active in the December contract. We saw 43,000 contracts traded today. Not all of them are going to stick. There's some speculation in here, some two-sided paper. And earlier buyers came in at 90 cents to about $1.20. So a lot of this is some speculation money. Even some Robinhood traders probably were active in this name for some reason. It's interesting to see when we start to look at some of the other option strikes and expirations. It's really focused here on the 1750. And if we go back and take a look here at that at the chart, 1780 is that recent high here. So keeping that in mind, and we could just take a quick peek at the time and sales here. So you see blocks of 100, which is significant, but then we start to drop down and you start to see blocks of 50, 68. Still, not Robinhood traders, but not the type of big bulk buying or selling that you typically want to see. So you see 30s and 40s and so forth. So it'll be interesting to see how this sticks in the open interest tomorrow. But again, I think you'll probably see about 20,000 stick potentially. Now again, wild card, keeping this in play, keeping focus on this activity here. It goes back and forth. Looking at that and keeping that in mind, and especially understanding the cycles of when companies make acquisitions. When we look at something like this, when December kind of makes sense, typically in the financial markets. And the reason why is because companies that have cash need to put something to use. This is the time this would be the cycle to do it. So something that could be interesting would be to use a spread here. So something on the lines of doing a 15, buying the 15 here and selling the 17 and a half. And you do that for $1. So $1, you pay $1 debit for $2.50, so you have $1.50 upside and $1 risk. That could be something that's in play here. You don't have to go for a home run, but that is something that could be interesting, and you can also look to roll that out into January. But again, this is a name that's in play. Keep an eye on this one, and I think it's just a matter of time that Apple then eventually takes the stock over. We'll talk to you in the next episode of Follow the Money.